Where are you?
Hey everyone! It's been a while since we delved into mythology, but today we're taking a deep dive into the Chinese underworld, where justice isn't just served, it's meticulously measured and executed. We're talking about the formidable king of hell, Yan Wang. From his mysterious origins to his role as the ultimate judge of the dead, we'll explore how this ancient figure has shaped ideas of justice, balance, and redemption. But don't worry, we're not just here to scare you. We're here to show you how fairness reigns supreme, even in the afterlife. Imagine this. It's a dark, misty night in ancient China. Judge Bao, the most feared and respected judge in the land, goes to bed like any other night. But when he wakes up, he's not where he expects to be. The air around him is freezing, the ground is covered in thick fog, and there's an eerie whisper in the air. He's not in his bedroom. He's in the underworld, standing before Yan Wang, the king of hell. Yan Wang is holding the book of life and death, a book that lists every good and bad thing anyone has ever done. His eyes are sharp, almost like he can see right through Judge Bao, weighing his very soul. But Judge Bao doesn't back down. He's heard rumors that even in the underworld, justice might not always be served. And if there's one thing Judge Bao can't stand, it's injustice. So in this cold, creepy place, he looks Yan Wang straight in the eye and asks, "Are you really fair in your judgments?" There's a tense moment. Yan Wang is used to having the final say, but Judge Bao's boldness catches him off guard. Instead of getting angry, Yan Wang's face softens. He says, "I make sure every soul is judged fairly. But since you're here, let me show you." Yan Wang opens the book of life and death and starts to recount the life of a recently deceased soul. Together, they watch as Yan Wang carefully weighs every action and motive, balancing the good against the bad. By the end, it's clear. Yan Wang's judgment is not only fair, but also deeply insightful. Judge Bao nods, satisfied that justice, even in the afterlife, is in good hands. There's a silent understanding between them. Justice isn't just about following rules. It's about truly understanding every person's life. So, who exactly is Yan Wang? His story starts far from China, in ancient India. Yan Wang originally comes from Yamaraja, the god of death in Hindu mythology. Yamaraja wasn't just any deity. He was the one who decided the fate of souls after death, determining whether they'd be rewarded, punished, or reincarnated based on their karma. But how did Yamaraja become Yan Wang? The answer lies in the spread of Buddhism. When Buddhism traveled from India to China, many of its concepts and deities came along. Yamaraja was one of them, but his story didn't stay the same. As it entered Chinese culture, it began to evolve. The Chinese adapted Yamaraja, blending his characteristics with their own beliefs and cultural values. Over time, Yamaraja transformed into Yan Wang, the king of hell as we know him today. This wasn't just a name change, it was a complete cultural transformation. Yan Wang took on new attributes that reflected Chinese ideas about justice, balance, and morality. He became a central figure in Chinese mythology, ruling the underworld with a sense of fairness that resonated deeply in Chinese culture. Now that we know where Yan Wang comes from, let's take a closer look at what he actually does in the underworld. Yan Wang's job is as complex as it is critical. He's the ultimate judge, holding the book of life and death, which records every deed, good and bad, that a person has done in their lifetime. But Yan Wang isn't just some cold, unfeeling judge. His judgments are nuanced, reflecting a deep understanding of human nature. He doesn't just look at what people did, he also considers why they did it. Was it out of malice or desperation? Was it a moment of weakness or a pattern of behavior? Yan Wang weighs all these factors before deciding a soul's fate. One famous story that illustrates this is the tale of Lian and his mother. Lian was a devoted Buddhist monk, but his mother wasn't so virtuous. After she died, she ended up in the deepest, darkest part of the underworld. Lian, heartbroken, pleaded with Yan Wang to save his mother. At first it seemed impossible. Her sins were too great. But seeing the sincerity in Lian's heart, Yan Wang gave him a challenge. accumulate enough good karma, and he might offset his mother's sins. Mulian dedicated himself to helping others, performing countless acts of kindness. In the end, his efforts paid off. Yan Wang, moved by Mulian's devotion, showed mercy and granted his mother a better rebirth. This story isn't just about a son saving his mother. It's about the power of love, the possibility of redemption, and the idea that even the most severe judgments can be tempered with compassion. So where does all this happen? Yan Wang rules over a place called Du, the Chinese underworld. It's not your typical fiery pit. Instead, it's a vast, complex realm divided into 10 courts, each ruled by a different king, with Yan Wang overseeing them all. Think of Du as a giant court system where each king presides over a specific type of sin. When a soul arrives, it's judged and sent to the appropriate court for punishment. But unlike Western ideas of hell, Du is more about purification and balance. It's where souls atone for their sins before they can move on to their next life. Here's a quick breakdown of the courts. The first court. This is where the initial judgment happens. If a soul led a virtuous life, it might go straight to reincarnation. If not, it's sent to another court for further judgment. The second court. Here, souls guilty of serious crimes like betrayal or theft are judged. The third court. This court deals with greed and corruption. The fourth court. Acts of violence and abuse are judged here. The fifth court. This is Yan Wang's court, where he deals with deceit and false accusations. The sixth court. Souls guilty of lust and adultery are judged here. The seventh court. This court judges those who neglected family duties. The eighth court. This court deals with those who cause discord and division. The ninth court. Jealousy and envy are the sins judged here. The 10th court. Finally, this is where souls are prepared for their next life. Each court serves a purpose, ensuring that every soul receives fair treatment according to its deeds. Yan Wang's influence isn't just confined to ancient myths. He's still a significant figure in Chinese spirituality today, especially during the Ghost Festival, also known as the Hungry Ghost Festival. This is when the gates of Du are believed to open, allowing spirits to roam the earth. During this time, families honor their ancestors by making offerings of food, incense, and paper money to appease the wandering spirits. It's believed these offerings help the spirits navigate the afterlife more comfortably, maybe even earning some favor from Yan Wang himself. Temples dedicated to Yan Wang get particularly busy during this festival. People pray for mercy on behalf of their deceased relatives, asking Yan Wang to show compassion and grant them favorable judgments. Yan Wang's presence is also felt throughout the year in various rituals. People burn hell money and other paper offerings, believing they'll reach the underworld and provide comfort to the souls there. Many families also have small household shrines dedicated to Yan Wang, where they offer daily prayers. Yan Wang's enduring presence in modern worship reflects his deep-rooted significance in Chinese culture. He's not just a figure from ancient myths, but a vital part of spiritual practices that connect people with their ancestors and ensure justice for the deceased. Yan Wang is much more than just the ruler of the underworld. He embodies justice, balance, and redemption, values that have resonated with people for centuries and continue to do so today. His judgments are deeply rooted in the idea that every action has consequences. But what makes Yan Wang truly remarkable is his ability to see beyond the surface, weighing not just actions, but also intentions. He understands that people are complex, and that sometimes, even those who've committed wrongdoings deserve a second chance. In the underworld, punishment isn't the end. It's a step toward purification and eventual reincarnation. Yan Wang's role as a judge reflects a broader belief in balance. His fairness and impartiality help maintain cosmic order, ensuring the scales are tipped neither too far in one direction nor the other. In modern times, Yan Wang is a symbol of justice, reminding us that integrity and fairness are values to be upheld not just in the afterlife, but in this life as well. His stories and rituals continue to inspire and guide, offering a glimpse into a worldview where fairness, balance, and hope for a better future are at the core of existence.